this orange juice.
I'm knocking you on it. I'm knocking you on it. Should be something better.
All right,
Some
so we're
whiskey or some
currently
shit.
live on Twitter and Twitch, so heads up on that. All right, getting the
Don't say
notes.
stupid shit, Eddie.
Oops.
I bring all the knowledge to this after Frank researches it.
Yeah. The truth. Okay. All right. One more check. Everybody's good to go, right? Before we get started.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know when to hit the red button.
Go ahead and hit the red button. Everybody press record.
Oh,
All right, and let me check your guys' audio in there too. Okay, we're good. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey all, welcome to Geek Freaks. I am Frank, and today I'm joined by Cheddar.
Hey.
We got Squeaks.
Squeaks.
And Daniel.
Oh wow.
He's so
Energy is
subdued.
here this morning.
Usually we get a nice little spicy hola to start our day, but
yeah, wow.
got a
Okay.
very calm reaction. It's very odd. All right, let's start things off like we always do with the Audible ad. Hey guys, have you signed up for Audible? Go to audibletrial.com/geekfreaks. Sign up for your Audible trial, support the podcast, and you're able to get one audiobook one audiobook. I always do that wrong. Audiobook each month and 2 Audible originals for $14.99 a month. Every trial helps us out. We appreciate it. What we're going to be doing this next month is we're actually going to have fans vote on the next Audible book we listen to. Currently, we're going through Shadows Rising by Madeline Rowe. Me and Squeaks are both about on the well, actually, I'm around the halfway point. Squeaks is about an hour out from the end. And so we're going to do a standalone episode where we'll go over that book in our new book club thing, which we need a name for that too, but we'll get to that. So what we're going to do right now, we're each going to throw out a suggestion for a new book that we read / listen to for next month. We're going to have the fans vote on it. So Squeaks, why don't you start us off? What book do you suggest?
All right. I'm going with a book called Sandman by DC. And the reason why I'm going for this is not because this is just an audio or Audible exclusive. That it's also, when you listen to the trailer, there's so much sounds in the cast. There's actually a cast for each character, and a few people that are just being I'm going to list is Kate Dennings is in it. I want to say this guy, but he's like my favorite actor right now. Taron Egerton,
What's
the guy
he
who
from?
played Elton John, and Kingsman.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yes. Oh my god, I love that kid. I don't know, he's not a kid. He's probably the same age as me, really.
Yeah.
James McAvoy, how you say McAvoy?
Yeah, James
pretty much.
McAvoy.
Yeah, who plays Xavier McAvoy? Yeah. And then we have Andy Serkis also. It's like,
awesome.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to click play on this. But this seems more than just somebody just reading a book. So I'm kind of excited. Real quick of what it is. Basically, this guy, they call him Dream, but he's a Sandman, and that's all I know about it.
Okay.
That's all I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't, and you haven't read the Sandman comics.
Correct.
But yeah, they're legendary and everything like that, and this is supposed to be really good. It's also an audio drama, which is like the next level of audiobooks with sound effects and like that. Think of like in the old days when they used to have like the Superman show and stuff like that on the old radios. It's basically a repurposing of that. Okay, my suggestion for this one will be Understanding Comics: The Invisible Art by Scott McCloud. I've been meaning to read this one for a while. I'll go ahead and go over the quick description on Amazon, which owns Audible, so it's okay to do that. Praised throughout the cartoon industry by such luminaries as a bunch of people, don't worry about that. Understanding Comics is a seminal examination of comics art, its rich history, surprising technical components, and the major cultural significance. Explore the secret world between the panels, through the lines, and within the hidden symbols of a powerful but misunderstood art form. So basically, it teaches you how to read comics in a new way, understanding what paneling, the effect of paneling has on a person. It's basically going to let us examine comics in a better way, so we can review comics even better than we already do, which is always great. So I think that's a really good one. That's mine. It's by Scott McCloud. Taguro, what is yours, man? Daniel, what's yours?
Mine is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Okay.
It is made by Ransom Riggs. That was the author. And it's a fantasy mystery kind of book. And I do own the first book, and I believe there's 5 of them. And pretty much it's about a boy and his grandfather. And his grandfather was telling all these stories about these special kids, and they're all stories. And then his grandfather ends up getting murdered, and he ends up finding out that all these stories were actually real life events,
Okay.
and you pretty much explore all that and meet these new characters, which is pretty interesting. I'm excited
Okay.
to actually read it.
Is that the first part of like a trilogy, or is it just a standalone story?
No, I think there's five of
There's
them,
five
right?
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
5 of them.
Yeah. Those watching the stream, Daniel's audio is clicking in and out. That's normal. On his side, it sounds normal when we do the editing because everybody's recording their own audio. But through the stream, it does that clicking sound. That's typical for Daniel. Just a heads up on that. Those watching the stream. Okay, and Jonathan. Yeah, Jonathan's not able to come with us today, so he'll suggest next month's book. So we'll put those books up for vote, and we'll see what you guys think. We'll have the fans vote on that, and then we'll listen to one of those. Yeah, join us on audibletrial.com/geekfreaks. We're trying to make those little ads a little bit shorter because I know we've kind of been going heavy on the Audible ads. But yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, so follow up from last week. We found out there was a rumor on Reddit that the Halo's multiplayer is going to be free to play. Finally, Microsoft basically had to come out and confirm that. They also announced that it'll support 120 frames per second. Sorry. They don't have a lot of details right now. They were just basically confirming the rumors. What do you guys think about this free-to-play model? It's what we're seeing in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Do you think this is a good move?
I think this is amazing for Microsoft because lately, ever since the last press conference they had, everything has been solid with what they're saying, and they're really taking care of the people, the gamers themselves that are going to purchase the product. Now, I don't know if this is going to be every game is free in a way, if they could lead on to that, because then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, what is the subscription for? Or like what you mentioned last podcast, are we just going to develop the Xbox ecosystem and create basically a Steam for the console? So if that's the case may be, then that's what, I mean, Steam is. We play games for free online. We just have to buy the game.
Yeah.
And if that's what it is, man, and you know how we go back and forth with the Xbox and PlayStation all the time, but right now I'm more excited for what Xbox is gonna bring. So the rumors of the $200 lock card, I'm gonna bring it up. I think we're debunked, and now some people are saying 300. Let's just say 300. Let's throw it out there. That's still an amazing freaking price for an Xbox Series X, and then I could get. I mean, I even though PlayStation can bring these party exclusives to them, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, whatever. If I could have the Xbox ecosystem over that, that's something I might do. Because if I could go back and play old Xbox games like Hunter or Brute Force, like super old like that, then I'd rather much do that than, miss out on one game.
Yeah, I think that Lockhart thing too, that's just kind of always lingering right now. And it was like, oh, it's not going to come out during this month's announcements, but then they kind of tease something for the next one. So hopefully we do hear some sort of announcement on that. Yeah, what do you think, Daniel?
One, it is a great move, especially if you're looking at Call of Duty, because like Call of Duty, you don't even have to buy the game; you play Warzone. And I'm really, really hoping Halo is gonna be a battle royale. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Really?
Well,
it'll have that battle royale.
Well, they were saying that they're not really focusing on battle royales. They're working on the guns or something.
Yeah.
Like pretty much hinting that they're not working on BR. But I'm really hoping for it because they could definitely get a lot of people playing it. Just because there's a lot of fans for Halo, and when they finally came out with Steam, Halo came out in Steam, dude. So many people jumped to Halo, and I know a lot of pros are thinking about jumping into the pro scene for Halo again.
Yeah, it has a lot of support behind it. And then, the joke was we're focusing on a different BR, not Battle Royale, but Battle Rifle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like...
it was a dad joke.
From Microsoft. I was like, you better do it.
Squeaks it was a calendar of the day that has all dad jokes, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have it at work. It's pretty funny, yeah.
Oh, maybe we do those in the stream. Okay, so we have these free-to-play Battle Royales. I haven't been a big fan of them. I like PUBG where you actually buy the game itself. Fortnite's okay. Anthony, is there any Anthony, is there any of these free-to-play Battle Royales that you're playing, and do you think this is a good way to hook people into Halo?
So right now I'm not, but I think I think having the free-to-play is going to increase your customer base, and that's going to attract more people than it is to buy the game, right? Having the free-to-play and the opportunity to try it out without spending the money, I think is going to a good move on Microsoft and what they're doing to bring more customers in and grow it even more than it is now.
And you know what? Those customers turn into people that like us on Overwatch. If Overwatch is free, we're still spending hella money on skins.
True.
That's what Call of Duty is. Like I have multiple friends that didn't actually go buy the game. They're just playing Warzone and they're buying skins, which skins cost like $10 a skin or like $5 a skin. So they're still making a big profit out of it.
I mean, it's a good move to get them in the door.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I'm super excited for this, and hopefully it is a BR.
One thing that we need to address is the problem with crunch culture. It's something that was a real problem in like 2018, kind of became famous and stuff like that through Kotaku articles, and it's starting to be addressed. This is a good way to kind of address that. Instead of having to, hey, by November 2020, we need to make sure we come out with a new Halo, and then by December 2022, there needs to be another Halo. Get stepping, and people are working hard to do that. Instead, you could have a live service game like Halo Battle Royale or Halo Multiplayer free to play, and instead of all the pressure going in on making a complete $60, $70 game, you can now work on, okay, let's get the initial launch. Okay, let's add more DLCs, kind of like a Sea of Thieves kind of thing, where you're kind of adding things over time, and that spreads the workload over, so you're not stressing out the employees, creating this crunch culture, which is a real problem for Activision and all these different companies. Red Dead Redemption famously had a problem with crunch culture, and so this kind of gives the ability to spread the workload over your employees' workforce. I think it's a good move. Next thing, let's go ahead and respond to the Joe Rogan thing. Everybody's been kind of crazy over Twitter and social media and stuff like that. I'm not necessarily a listener currently to Joe Rogan. I like him back in his old 90s stand-up day myself. But Cheddar, you're a big Rogan fan, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, I listen to him every week when they come out.
Yeah. Is he a gamer at all? Does he play games himself quite often?
He does, but based on his previous comments, it depends, right?
Yeah.
So I think we've all heard him play certain games. And I think Squeaks was just saying he's playing Quake and some of the things that he does, but there's a give and take on both sides.
I see. Okay, so yeah, Joe Rogan on his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, and it's the best podcast in the world until Geek Freaks surpasses him. He said, video games are a real problem. You know why? Because they're fucking fun. You do them, they're real exciting, but you go nowhere. And then so I ended up watching the full clip, and what he's basically trying to allude to, and he kind of uses this martial arts and jiu-jitsu. He says, like, if you were to spend 3 years, practicing jiu-jitsu, in 3 years you become a martial artist. You're amazing and stuff like that. When 3 years in video games, you don't actually accelerate yourself. You don't better yourself in any way. So he says that it's a waste of time. What are your guys' thoughts on gaming being a waste of time? Do you agree with Joe Rogan? Is there a gray, or is it all black and white? What do you think?
So if you're in the 1990s or even back, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But now the future is esports. So now technically, you can make a career out of it. You could be streaming. You could do tournaments. You can make a serious amount of money if you are actually good at it. So back then, yes, I would agree. Like they are a waste of time because they're fun, but you don't really get much out of it. You just beat the game and that's it. But now with like BRs, it's like tournaments, got streaming, they're really not a waste of time at this point.
So why is that not a waste of time? Like that's what I'm. Do you feel like you're becoming a better person by playing gaming? Does it make your life better being a gamer, even with all that stuff?
No.
I think
it depends, right?
I think we'll get some I don't know, like hand-eye coordination and stuff, but that's at a certain age, like a young age, you can kind of develop certain things like fast reactions. But I think he's somewhat kind of right, but at the same time, like, okay, so Daniel said you could be a esports player, right?
Right.
Okay, so how often, if I was going to be a martial artist, am I going to be fucking a martial artist and making money?
Right. It's like being a softball player versus being in the MLB,
Exactly, and I think some of it is it's what we enjoy to do, and we get ourselves out of reality for a little while and have some fun. So if it's a fun thing, that's fine. That's just like martial arts. It's a fun thing. Yeah, you could develop skills of self-defense and whatnot, whatever. But if that's not your niche and you do martial arts for fun and we do video games for fun, then I mean, I can't see myself being an esports person. That's the same thing as me being like, hey, I play football, I'm gonna go for the NFL. Like that chance is very little. Just like
Worth a
what he was saying.
try.
Martial
You
arts.
never know.
Yeah, my
Now it's
5'5"
too late.
ass is not going to. Okay.
Now it's a little too
Yeah.
late. You gotta start early.
Genetically,
Yeah.
this is the only way I could be famous. If I could make like so many threes in the NBA, my 5'5" ass ain't gonna be dunking over LeBron or anything. So, oh gosh.
What do you think, Cheddar? I know you've kind of
Yeah,
slowed
no,
down
I
on the gaming.
yeah. So I don't disagree with Joe Rogan. I
Yeah.
think there's some truth behind that, but I
Definitely.
think I don't play video games like everybody else said to be top person. To me, it's a stress relief, and it's a time to get away from what you're doing now. So you work all day, family, things you gotta do, and the video games are the opportunity to kind of escape that.
Yeah.
Same with martial arts. I mean, do I think they're a waste of time? Is it making you money? No, but neither is jujitsu. So
Right.
I don't disagree with them, but I think I think in the mental side of it, I think it does have positive sides of it.
Yeah. I totally agree in the fact that he's not necessarily wrong. I think maybe he's simplifying it, but is there a level of gaming that's a waste of time? Yes, and I participate in it. There's no doubt. You can play games way too much. Just look at
Yeah.
my play history on World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, I did the
do like
backslash
those
play.
hours.
I don't even want to reveal it on the podcast. I'm embarrassed by it, but I did the backslash play on my two
Oh.
mains on WoW. It was rough. Let's just say once we hit Shadowlands, I'll be
Hey,
1
yeah,
year
I wanna
of
see
actual
that.
playing. That's it right there.
Oh.
It was 340 something days of actual play time.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to check that out. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
you'll have to
crazy.
see. Yeah, it was Legion messed me up, man. That was a lot of it right there. So yes, that was a waste of time. And we joke around all the time. Like I always joke around, like, man, if I didn't play World of Warcraft and decided to pick up a guitar instead, I'd be Jimi Hendrix right now.
Yeah.
But the thing is it's not about where you're going, it's the destination, right? So while you're gaming, you're communicating with friends, you're building a community, you're collecting these stories. Like if you're watching a Netflix series, it's really good. So there's a lot more things to it than just like at the end I will be a better gamer or I will be a better person. It's about the process of doing that. Is Joe Rogan correct? Yes, but there's a lot more to it than just being like at the end I will be faster at Mario. It's not
But
like that.
then we're correct in our response. I think he
Yes.
thinks because he's a huge fan of the martial arts and we're a huge fan of gaming,
Right,
and I
makes
think
sense.
our outcomes are exactly the same. You're either going to be the best in the world to make some money, or you're just going to use it as an escape to get out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally true. Amateur versus
Yeah.
professional, and it's like trying to go to college and thinking like, yeah, I'll take physics, but I don't need it because I'm gonna eventually be in the NFL. Good luck with
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good point. Okay, next up, guys, we always do this thing called the Better Oscars. It's of course this huge hit. Everybody tunes in for it. The president's in, and everybody's listening all the time. Well, now we're gonna take that on to the Emmys. We're gonna do the Better Emmys. When the Emmys are announced, a bunch of categories that nobody cares about, like Best Actor, and who cares? And then they also, it's not fair. So they have like, oh, Best Drama. We're gonna have Watchmen compete against This Is Us. Well, those don't really, equate very well.
Yeah.
They're definitely different shows. I like them both, but whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of workshop this right now on the podcast. We're going to have some new categories. I'll put out my first one, and then we'll have the fans vote on possibilities for those things. Okay, so the first category I'm putting up is real easy. It's the most geek topic we could pick probably. Best superhero series. We could have Watchmen go up against maybe Arrow and stuff like that. And yes, maybe one will blow out everybody else. In particular, Watchmen's really great. But at least it's actually comparing it to shows that are somewhat similar to it. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Do you guys have any other categories you guys want to toss in on this? Let's try to get at least 5 categories. We'll do the voting throughout the month, and then next month we'll have our winners.
And this will be 2020, right? Just 2020?
29. So let's do 2019 to 2020.
2019, okay. I think for the type of stuff we watch, we have to do a visual for sure, right?
What do you mean visual?
Best visuals.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
series or
So yeah.
movie.
So like best CGI kind of thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Best visuals. Do you have any that kind of come to your mind? You want to throw up as a nomination now or later?
Trying to think of something I just recently watched.
Like,
let me come back to that.
Yeah, I'm currently watching Umbrella Academy, and it's too late for that to be a part of this. But man, visually, there's one scene right now where Vanya like moves a bunch of water with her abilities, and it's just like, man, that looks great. They did a really good job with the budget on this one. Mandalorian's visuals, it uses stagecraft that I keep preaching how great Mandalorian is.
Yeah.
Best visuals, definitely Mandalorian deserves to be on there. So stuff like that. That's a really good one. Anybody else got another one?
Best sci-fi series.
Best sci-fi series. I like that. Okay, any ideas on this one? Because we got Picard that launched this year, so that's a kind of a good one to jump in on.
Mandalorian, Stranger Things, I would say sci-fi, right?
Yes, yeah,
Or
that's
no?
I consider it, yeah, science fiction, yeah.
Lost in Space.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Lost in Space just got announced that they're canceling it after the third season, so the next season we have of Lost in Space is the final one.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Which is a good series. I'm surprised it's, anyways.
Well, the second series is kind of disappointing, honestly.
That first one was really good. Let's go with that, yeah.
They couldn't keep.
Cheddar, do you have any ideas for this?
So what about a best like series of like Marvel, DC, some kind of series that's been out, or even movie that's been going on?
It has to be It has to be a TV series for the Emmys. So, like, but kind of like with the best superhero show, basically, is what you're kind of saying there.
Right, like or a show that we're streaming.
What about just like a storyline then? No, best story
arc.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be a good one. Okay, so do we have any ideas? I'm gonna use Watchmen for this one. Just as an example, why you guys kind of think of some. The storyline of Hooded Justice. To me, it was the best part of Watchmen, and it was about just maybe 2 episodes deep of what it is. Other than that, it's not actually part of it. But that's a really good one. Best story arc. Okay. Any other ideas on best story arc?
I'm trying to think of some shows I watched, and is that second season of Fleabag old? How old is that? Because I know you.
It's pretty new, but I really liked it. Yeah, the second season is really good.
I was like, oh man, I would like to throw Fleabag out there just for the fact that I mean, if it wasn't for you, I would have known about it. So who knows how many people that are like that recommending Fleabag at all.
Talk about Emmys. That thing's nominated for a ton of them.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, it's a real big show. Yeah, she's been on SNL and everything like that because of it. Yeah, I love.
That's what I'm like. Where's the third season at?
Well, COVID, but it's on the way.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Just a real small side thing. I love the Fox subplot in the second season.
And then the Fox shows up. You're like,
what is this?
I'm getting goosebumps already talking about it because I keep thinking about the priest. Like, what are you doing? Like when she's talking to someone.
Oh, I know. It blows your mind.
When he first does that, I know we're getting off topic, but when he first does that, I was like, holy shit, is this just a joke or is this for real?
Yeah, I know. Dude, it changes everything. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
The show's so good.
Anyway, watch Fleabag.
Yeah, please watch Fleabag. It's really good. It's got our endorsement. Okay, so let me throw out another one here. Most bingeable. So something that you have to, like, that came out that's like, okay, this weekend I'm watching all of these. Stranger Things Season 3, definitely on the list. Stuff like that. Like, these are must-watches. All right. We got any couple more, guys?
Just straight animated series.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do best anime as well. I like that idea.
Okay. Yeah. We'll have to look back at the years, but okay. Yeah. You want to keep them separate then? So like Japanese anime and
yeah. Let's do that.
Animation?
Yeah. Okay. So let's do best animation, best anime.
Animation, I'm going to throw up Transformers, War on Cybertron that just came out on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Transformers.
Yeah,
okay.
That's pretty good.
I never would have thought to even look at that.
Yeah, I'm like 4 episodes in.
Best anime is basically going to be Taguro's category. We're going to be leaning on you pretty heavy, Daniel, to figure out what's in that one.
Yeah, I got to look up the years on those ones.
I know. Maybe we'll have to change it to like best new animes or something like that. I don't know. That's a tough one. All right. Any more categories, guys, before we move on?
Let's see. Can we name a bunch of mystery movies or no? Like best?
No movies.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, not movies. Series.
What kind of? Give me an example of one that you're excited about.
Oh God, I'm only saying that because of that Unsolved Mysteries, but I hate that documentary. Oh, what about best documentary?
Best documentary? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Tiger King's considered under that, so.
Oh shit! Then it's already over then.
I don't know, best action.
I would do The Last Dance then with the Michael Jordan documentary.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet, but I hear really good things.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is there a fucking Carol in it though? Because that kind of made my life, is being able to blame everything in my life on Carol.
You could blame the I don't know, the GM for the Bulls. He could be your Carol.
There you go. Kind of... All right, last round, guys. Any other last ones?
You mean what about best action scene? Fight scene?
Best fight scene? Okay, yeah. Okay. Or best action scene? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, and that's it? No more? Anybody else? All right, that's it. All right, so we got some good one there, guys. We'll set these up and we'll kind of get some nominations for these. Best superhero show, best visuals, best sci-fi. best story arc, most bingeable, best anime, best animation, best documentary, and best fight scene. I like that. It's perfect. Look for those on our social media, guys, especially Twitter. We'll be pushing them forward and getting some votes on that. That'd be really good. All right. We're going to be talking next about the Universal and AMC agreement. So we've talked about this in the past. During COVID, Universal decided to release Trolls 2 World Tour early and onto home theaters. They made over $300 million. They actually did better than the first Trolls movie. It was a real big success. After that, Universal says, hey, you know what, guys? We're not going to be exclusive to theaters anymore. Every time a new Universal movie comes out, it's going to be able to go on theaters and to your home on the same day. AMC, and then eventually a few other theaters joined them in their cause, said, no, this breaks the whole idea of what movies are. We're too valuable. And I know myself, I was pretty firmly on Universal's side, saying that, like, it's not Universal's job to prop up your industry. If you guys can't keep your doors open, that's your own fault. Just because I personally, I feel like we have too many theaters. I know in my town alone, there's 3 of them. And then if I were to go like 7 miles more, there adds 2 more. So I think we have too many theaters. The comic book industry, we try to support them because there's literally like 1 comic book shop in Elk Grove and 1 in Sacramento kind of thing. So anyways, now we're at the point where there's this deal. According to the deadline, there's going to be a 17-day window. And that's a minimum window. So say a movie comes out, it'll release, if it's a small budget, kind of whatever movie, after 17 days, you guys can pick it up at your house. You can rent it on DirecTV or whatever you want to do. For the bigger movies, say it's something like along the lines of a Marvel movie, those can be stretched out. I know Universal doesn't have Marvel, but you know what I'm saying. So those could be like 3 months. The old deal was 3 months. Do you guys think 17 days is enough time in theaters?
Depends what the movie is. I mean, it's kind of like, say if you have your blockbuster as like, I don't know, like I know Universal does a lot with WB, but I'm trying to think of something big. Let's just say a Harry Potter movie,
Right.
where it's like for me because I love Harry Potter, I got to see it right away on day 1.
Right.
But I'm kind of now leaning on the side. It would be amazing to get that movie, Thursday at like 11 o'clock at night. We stay up and have a little party at the house and watch the movie all together. More
Yeah.
comfortable. I don't have to worry about, I'm obviously spending less money for the rental,
Yeah.
and I'm spending less money because I don't have to buy their popcorn or anything.
Mhm.
But it does make for times where, if that Marvel movie does come out, it would be nice to see it on the big screen. Also, with a couple friends that maybe go out, and so it's kind of nice that they came to like a 50-50 deal in a way. But I'm kind of on the side with Universal, man. If I could get these movies at the comfort of my home, I'm all about that.
Yeah, and they're making the same money on this last one that they tested it with. They're making the same money either way. And one thing they didn't address is the split. So when it's released in a theater, there's a 50-50 split over the sale of the ticket. But when it's released on demand, it's an 80-20 split. So Universal gets a way bigger split when they release it at home too. So even if there's less people watching it, they get more money per sale. And
They're literally doing this just for the movie theater to keep up,
it's to
thing, kind
keep
of
the
like what
industry
you're
open.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The
it's
benefit that
kind
the
of
movie
like,
theater
yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, the benefit that the movie theater is claiming is that releasing in theaters creates hype for the film and makes people want to see it more than if you were just to release it at home. That's their big thing. To me, I think that could be. I think social media replaces that right away. So I don't necessarily believe that that's creating enough hype. Daniel, you wanted to say something?
I was gonna ask you, how much are they? Because how are they streaming it, and how much are how much are you having to pay to watch these shows?
It was
You said the Trolls.
the Trolls one. I believe was
Oh,
$20, and you had it for 2 days.
oh, okay. That's not a bad idea.
Very
That's
reasonable
Yeah,
for the purchasing.
yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, for
yeah, I think
me,
it
and like
depends.
you bring a
Yeah.
spouse or a friend or whatever you pay for them, that's more than the $20, and then I still have to buy popcorn and
Yeah.
shit because I always have to buy popcorn. So come on now.
No, you don't,
Yeah.
Twinkie.
Yes, I do. You fucking buy popcorn at a
Yeah.
movie theater. That's the rule.
And then
Okay.
the problem with movie theaters too, if you have kids, they're gonna want to play the little arcade, waste more money there,
There
and
you
you're
go.
like,
Kids.
yeah,
Leave them
no,
at home.
guys.
Yeah. I'm over
So I
those,
think it
but
depends.
yeah.
As a customer, yeah, I think 17 days is too long. I want to see the movie, and I'd rather, with everything going on these days, I'd rather just do it at home.
So
Especially,
post-pandemic, when there's
kids.
no issue with that, do you still think the 17 days is good or no?
I still think it's too long as a customer,
Yeah.
right? So as a customer that wants to go watch it, it's too long because I want to see the movie, and I'd rather do it at the comforts of my home,
Yeah.
especially if you got a family and have to round up the whole gang. But as a business, I can see why, right? Keep the movie industry going, but at the same time, I think the movie industry is dead. So
Yeah.
they got to do something to kind of find I see why Universal is finding that 50-50 point, because I don't see them coming back or movie theaters coming back at all.
I can see a future that's similar to how comic book stores work, where personally for myself, I don't go out every week and buy all the comic books I read. I go out and buy the ones that like, ooh, it's the first one, or it's the 300th issue of Spawn, or something big or neat, or like it's perked right up over this week's, something like that. But then like at home, I have Marvel Unlimited and stuff like that that I could kind of keep up on just the normal storylines. Something like that seems like a fair compromise to where like, oh hey, it's Black Widow and I've been waiting for Black Widow. Let me watch that in theaters. But maybe I want to watch The Post by Tom Hanks. I'll just watch that at home, something like that. And I'm willing to pay for that for comfort of being at home, something like that.
Especially if it'll be end up being cheaper for you anyway. Instead,
they might have more sales from doing that too. If you have especially if you have kids.
Yeah.
I don't have kids. I have dogs. They're just as expensive. But when you have kids, they want to see everything that comes out, right? Scooby Doo, and then you want to go see this one, and Trolls and stuff. So I think it's easier for you guys to spend the $20 at home. You're gonna spend more. You're gonna buy it more times than if you were to go to the theaters every single time a new animated movie comes out.
And then when you just brought up the kids right there, how many times are parents gonna say don't have the opportunity to go out to watch the movie, so then they just end up waiting for it to come out, to stream at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could be making your money right away.
Yeah. So me and Jonathan were talking yesterday. It was his birthday, so happy birthday, Jonathan. Now, what about next weekend? What do you guys think about? I know for Anthony, it's not quite the same. Going to the drive-in theaters here in West Sac.
So down.
we get some. John's thinking maybe barbecue. I'm thinking about picking up a couple pizzas. We go out there, we socially distance, and we watch some movies at the drive-ins. And they've been doing some double headers of like classics of like TMNT 1 and 2, and hey, we have Marvel, we have Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame. So they're all doing these double headers, and they're some of the classics.
Hey, who do I get to sit in the back seat with?
Well, if you make the flight, then I'll make some room on that back seat for you. We'll see how it goes.
Hey, can you FaceTime me? I can watch it from Texas.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not illegal.
What
do you think, Daniel? You on board with this?
Live stream it.
I can't.
You can't?
Oh my god.
No, I can't. I work.
The first showing starts at 8:45 at night.
Yeah. See, I work, and it starts at 8:45. Show will probably end by 11
right now.
I get home 45 minutes. So I probably won't go to bed till like 12:30.
45 minutes. You live in the same city as your job.
You do.
No, I'm talking about
from
the
theaters.
movie theater.
From the-
That was like 45 minutes for me. So
Hey, you got that time down though.
yeah. So it's like
you should
I
check
can't
it
really.
right now.
You are my fucking MapQuest. I'm just gonna call you.
Daniel, I need to get to the nearest Walmart. How long is that going to take? Daniel's like,
From
14
you,
minutes.
15 minutes.
All right.
I'm so down for that. That's awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's plan that out. So we'll take some pictures for the podcast too. We'll be socially distanced and stuff like that. We'll find some good movies to watch and kind of just tweet about it or something like that. But it'd be nice because I kind of just miss the going out feature. But we are very strict about staying safe. That's why we're all recording at home right now, and again and stuff like that. So we're still gonna be super safe. We're just gonna be going to drive-ins. It's a booming business all of a sudden. Just pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a prequel series coming to Netflix for The Witcher. This is going to be called The Witcher Blood Origins. Cool name. It's going to be a limited prequel series, so it's going to be like 6 episodes and that's it. It will explore the elven society that came beforehand and the very first Witcher. It's 1,200 years ago. This is going to have the same writer, Declan de Barra, and he's going to be a showrunner and executive producer for the new one, alongside Lauren Schmidt. So this is a quote he had said: "As a lifelong fan of fantasy, I am beyond excited to tell the story of The Witcher Blood Origins. A question has been burning in my mind ever since I first read the Witcher books," which, good on you, man. I couldn't get through this. "What was the elven world really like before the cataclysmic arrival of the humans? I've always been fascinated by the rise and fall of civilizations, how science, discovery, and culture flourished right before that fall." So that's from the guy that's going to be running the show. I thought this was pretty interesting. A prequel to something, I think, because, like, again, I'm not a reader of the books. I really don't even care for the games. I just really like the Netflix series. This is a good way to kind of tell the story more. What do you guys think about this? Should there be more prequel series to shows like this?
I guess it depends how far they want to expand it. I thought this was going to be a prequel because a lot of the Witcher series itself was kind of referencing back, which was somewhat annoying. But okay, we get the story. But it's kind of like sometimes in watching that series, I just want to like, okay, let's go, keep going forward,
Yeah.
So to go way back to kind of what he's saying here, um, I mean, it's just depends if you want to expand the world and if we care about it, Like, are we going to be upset that Gerald is not in it?
Yeah.
Uh, because I'm assuming with this quote, he's not going to be in it. So it's like, okay,
Right.
are
It's
we going to be
It's
upset about
1,200 years
that?
before Geralt.
Yeah. So I can't see. It depends if the people do care about it, and if they are going to be upset when they watch it and be like, oh, well, we love Henry Cavill because he's this fucking beast at everything he does, just looking at me through the screen. Like, I want more Henry on everything. So
When he built that
yeah,
PC, I was like, what a badass. That
God,
thing cost.
should have done it shirtless.
Somebody actually priced all the parts and right, priced
I
all
don't
the parts.
believe
It was
that.
over $5,000.
Do you believe that? Do you
Yeah,
believe
I
that?
do. I believe
Oh my
every.
God.
Because he bought the monitors. They were including monitors and all that other stuff
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So,
It was a good
I mean,
rig.
yeah. I wish I had the money to make a $5,000 PC.
Oh, that'd
and
be
plus, he
nice.
got a TI. That one alone is just 1,200 for a TI.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine was 800.
Is there any series out there you guys could think of that you'd want a prequel for? So I'm gonna give an example. I want an Elder Scrolls series, and I think Elder Scrolls has this really beautiful world with multiple different races and stuff like that's really cool. But I would like a prequel to that. When you're playing Elder Scrolls and you're going through like these caves and ruins, there's like some technology that would be like little spider bots and stuff like that. They're like little robotic things made of gold that are from this dwarven society that doesn't exist anymore. I would love to explore the collapse of that society, which is kind of like what he's saying with the Elven one. But with Elder Scrolls, it's such a huge world, it's so big, and yet these technology is throughout everything. So it spans bigger than Skyrim and everything like that. I would like to see that society, how big it could have been and what brought it down. Would you guys have any other examples of a show that you'd want a prequel series for?
Yeah, so I'm thinking of a show that already is a show, and then you do a prequel for it,
Yeah.
If I don't know, I kind of got my thing right now, and I mean they've done it multiple times. So I'm kind of excited for the Transformers anime, and I already brought that
Right.
up before, but it's kind of nice to actually see it now. But can we get I know we brought up Stranger Things multiple times. Can we see how the aliens, the more science to that, which I kind of thought what was going to happen with Walking Dead, the Fear of the Walking Dead.
Right.
I thought we were going to see the way it started and everything. And I know on Stranger Things we kind of with the lab and they go under, and I want to be more in that world if we're going to do
I
it.
see what you're saying. Actually go into like the daily, like, so maybe you have like a cast that is scientists that are like living in that town, and then
Yeah.
they just discover this, hey, there's another world that we can kind of tap into, and the process of tapping into that world, and then maybe the finale is,
Yeah.
oh shit, monster.
Yeah.
Demigorgon.
Basically, you mean the series Chernobyl, but with the Stranger Things world.
Ooh, boy, you
Yeah.
just pitched it right there.
Right
Damn, you
there.
just pitched it right there.
Yep.
I love Chernobyl. That's a
That's
weird
so good.
sentence, but I do love the show Chernobyl.
Yeah. Shoot.
So anybody else got any prequel series ideas? That's a good one though, Squeaks.
No.
Well, I have an idea. They've already done it, but I kind of wish that it was more. It's from a game, Halo, because I felt like remember how they made Reach, that
Right.
the prequel, and that game was amazing.
Lost
I was kind of hoping they would do another one.
Yeah.
But an actual series, because I know they made like a live action series, but I don't think that thing really hit
Yeah.
that
I'm
hard or
talking
anything. I don't really
prequel
see it
game,
that
though.
popular. Yeah, but if we change, are we talking like to turning into a series, right?
Yeah.
Like because we were on the topic of Witcher, it'd be kind of neat to see Halo on the big screen. Well, our big screens at home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Because they're working on the Halo series. I think Spielberg's involved and stuff like that too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's one of those things that's been delayed. It's a cyberpunk situation, so who knows? But exactly, Squeaks. So it's in progress, but I'm down for that. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our next thing here. But before we do, Cheddar, you with us still? Okay, he'll come in when he can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a new series coming to Netflix. It's a Splinter Cell anime. Are you okay?
Can I bring something up?
Yes.
Can I bring something up? Because this is the thing you recommended. Wonder if we get a Schitt's Creek prequel when they were rich.
Oh, I like that idea.
I want to see how like disconnected they were and how
Yeah.
the dad was going through these feelings of I just want my family together, especially with the Christmas scene where he's kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, I just want my kids to be here.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Schitt's Creek is so good, man. You guys gotta check out Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna be moving into this Splinter Cell anime series, and while we're doing this, also start thinking of video games you guys want made into a TV series. We kind of tapped into that with the Halo and stuff like that. But this is going to be the first new thing from Sam Fisher in 7 years since 2013 Splinter Cell Blacklist, and people are anxious to see him go back to action. The series is welcome news, except for people online were kind of upset because they were like, "Well, yeah, but where's my new Splinter Cell game?" But anyway, so this is going to be run by Derek Kolstad. He's the one that did the John Wick series, and he's working on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Netflix has already ordered 2 seasons. They're going to be 16 episodes in total, so we got 2 8 season ones. This is going to be done anime style, so I'm assuming it's going to be kind of like that Castlevania, which is amazing.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. This is a Ubisoft project, obviously, and they also announced they're working on a Beyond Good and Evil series. So we might be getting a few Ubisoft games coming to, which Netflix really, or Assassin's Creed really deserves a good series. Is there any other video games you guys want to see come to a series?
First, is this going to be on? Okay, yeah, Netflix. So for
Netflix.
sure, we'll obviously with their reputation of Castlevania, it should be really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the Order 1886 out there. It's a game I super love that was on the PS4, and that
Yes.
world, even though that game kind of sucks, because the gameplay is very limited. It's more a lot of cutscenes and stuff, unfortunately. But that world is amazing, like steampunk London with vampires and
Yeah.
werewolves. Oh my god!
Have you watched The Order on Netflix?
No, I think I tried an episode and I can't really.
Because from
I
my
don't know.
understanding, it's kind
Maybe
of
I'll
like
try it again.
softly based on that. It's like real.
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed
Okay.
to be like the same everything, but it's not actually that. But I do like the idea of like the
Mm.
gaslight version, like or the gaslamp version, where it's that Victorian England and stuff like that. And I do like that, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen style of doing things. I like that idea. Cheddar, what do you think, man? Is there any video game that you'd like to see a TV series for?
What about Skyrim or like Bioshock?
Ooh, oh, BioShock. Damn, that
Bioshock
game
would
is
be
so
nice.
good.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Because then each season you can kind of change up the world too, and be like, oh, it's an ultimate world or whatever, you know. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know why they don't make another one. Speaking of Bioshock, it's like your
They
world
are.
is infinite by the ending of 3. Like you could
Right.
do whatever the fuck you want in that series, and I still have nothing. So why not make a series?
I think it was 2K that owns that one, but they ended
Yeah.
up creating a new development studio that's now working on BioShock. So that is underway.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Daniel, you got any ideas, man? Any video games you want to see come to the little screen?
Yeah, I got a couple. Red Dead Redemption,
Yes.
Halo, and Metal Gear. Solid.
Yeah. Red Dead Redemption's perfect, of course. I'm a big fan of that. Metal Gear Solid. Now, Metal Gear Solid is kind of this like wild and crazy storyline. What kind of animated?
Really?
Would you want animated? Would you want what would you want? A live action? What do you think on that one?
I'm down for an animated one that actually puts everything together.
Yeah.
So we're just not confused on how the story is supposed to be told. Because everyone was supposed to be the last one, and then you come to find out it's not, and then yeah. So it'd be cool to have a animated version.
You have more
And
freedom too with it because of how
yeah,
crazy it is.
I would have added The Last of Us, but they're already working on that.
Yeah.
That one was gonna be a good one once
Yeah.
it comes out.
That was some good ones though. That's some good choices there. That's some solid ones. All right, so we'll start right until all the big video game companies get them underway. All right, next up, we got G4 TVs coming back. Of course, I think we all watched this back in the day. It was a television show ran by, a channel ran by Comcast. It was basically all video game stuff. So they had Attack of the Show, X-Play. They used to have the show that would just show video game cinematics and trailers, and I would just sit there and watch that. It was really good. But about a week ago, the 3 G4 Twitter accounts, so the main G4 account, Attack the Show, and X-Play all tweeted out, "We never stop playing," revealing that they're coming back in 2021. The relaunch of G4 is being handled by Comcast's sports and esports division called Comcast Spectacor, according to Variety. So Spectacor being in charge of this thing, I have a sneaking feeling on this one, that it's going to be a new esports focused channel, kind of like how ESPN every so often does like the League of Legends stuff. And we got the latest Geek Freaks coming in here. What do you guys think about G4 coming back? What are your ideas on how this is going to turn out?
I don't care. I don't give a shit, and it better be a streaming service.
Yeah, I'm
What?
excited for it.
What?
I used to watch G4 every single day.
Yeah,
When it would
same.
come on, I was super excited. I'm hoping, even if they make a streaming show, make it a streaming thing, I'm hoping they get Kevin Polari
The
and then
original
Olivia
crew,
Munn.
yeah. Olivia
And then
Munn is not
Olivia
coming back.
Munn.
There's no way. She's too
Yeah,
Well,
big
you're
for
not
that.
gonna
you
get
don't think so?
Sarah
She's not doing
Underwood
anything
also.
right now.
Yeah, but she can do whatever she wants. Like she's a relatively big star still.
Yeah, but it would be so awesome if the original cast came back.
Yeah, maybe she'll do like
They,
guest
they need to come
appearances.
out strong though. If they don't come out strong, I don't think it's gonna last. I mean, there's so many
Yeah.
streaming services and things we have. Why G4, right?
Maybe they
So-
can pick up a couple big streamers actually, not necessarily Ninja, but like Shroud or something like that, to come on and be hosts. That would be a good way to get a huge.
Geek Freaks.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. As soon as they announced it, I was on the website looking to where we could apply. Like, I'm sure G4 needs a podcast. We could just tweak the name a little bit and make it
Yeah.
work. You know, Geek Fours. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I love watching Squeaks' reaction to things.
They need to come out. If you're talking about come out strong with the esports. If I could have
Yes.
one streaming. Okay, first I'm gonna assume that this has to be a streaming thing because I mean, who gives a shit
No,
about
it's
cable?
going to
lately,
be coming on cable as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, there's a lot of us that don't have cable because what's the point anymore?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So
I
let's
don't.
just say the G4 streaming app, whatever. If I could have one central location that I could watch any esport at a whatever time, and it's just that one spot, then I think that's a selling point for sure.
Kind of like the NFL ticket or the NBA pass, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So okay, even if it's on like the NFL where it's multiple esports at one time, you can just click out which one you want to watch.
Right, that'd be cool.
I personally think it's
That'd be
important that it's on cable because we have to have a way to bring it to the masses, like the mainstream folks. Because of course, people like us can watch everything on Twitch. We all follow ESL and stuff like that. We can watch everything, but when we put it on a cable channel like ESPN, then it becomes like more of a real thing where we have like, oh hey, this is a set schedule. It's not like you have to look on San Francisco Shock's site to see when they're going to be playing next, Houston or something. No, you could actually go and just look at the TV guide, the programming, and like, oh yeah, I'm going to record that or whatever. It kind of makes it more mainstream. It brings the, not old folks, but maybe like the less gamer savvies into the world. That's how we're going to get this thing into the next level. We need that. So I'm hoping G4 embraces the esports.
If not, then what do you care for them to talk about?
Yeah, they would
Just
basically be doing what we do. Just talk about the latest things.
Yeah, so then you could just watch IGN because IGN has a cable channel that's like that. Well, I think
we don't say
it's
IGN on this podcast. I don't know if you know that or not. They are
sorry.
direct competitors. We're real close to overtaking them. So.
And they're trash also. God.
Well, they could talk about
they have-
like gaming stuff, like keyboard stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Give us trailers of upcoming games like they used to. Like they could do a lot, and then they could do the esports thing with XPlay or whatever. Like they have a lot of potential, and I'm hoping it works out because I missed G4. That was awesome. When I was younger, I'd only watch that.
I think Eli agrees with you too. He's all excited.
I'm going to point out his Star Wars outfit. I don't know if you guys can see it.
What is it? Is it?
Point
Oh,
that
as long
out.
as there's some TIE fighters in it, I didn't want to see too many
Yeah.
X-Wings.
Yeah. time to pass them over.
There you go. Okay, we have a couple more things here. So we have the Marvel's Avengers game coming up. Cannot wait for this game. We found out what the beta schedule is going to be and the first DLC character. So here's the beta schedule. If you guys want to get your hands on this, it's going to be weekend open betas. The first one is August 7th. If you have PlayStation and you pre-order through the PlayStation, August 7th, you're going to get your hands on this game. Let us know how it is. Do you guys have the pre-order through PlayStation? You PlayStation owners?
No, I'm going to pre-order through Steam.
Steam? Okay, yeah same.
Yep.
All right, so for us then, it's going to be August 14th is our first open beta. And you can start the preload the day before, so on the 13th for that one. And then the second open beta will be August 21st, where everybody can play that one. I can't wait to get my hands on this. We're going to stream it as soon as we can. The first post-launch character is going to be Hawkeye, and they were showing a couple of his moves. He's Hawkeye. He does his Hawkeye things. He's going to receive 2 character stories. We're going to have some new villains, new game modes, and of course unlockable skins. This is great. I cannot wait for this game. You guys hyped for the new Marvel's Avengers?
Super hyped. Oh my gosh. I like how we're expanding the Marvel gaming universe because we get Ultimate Alliance, but other than that, what do we get? So at first I was a little iffy seeing this one because of how they look overall. But I think I don't know what's this more mature phase of video game Marvel that we're getting. I don't know if I said all that right, but I'm trying to like yeah. So I like that, and then with because I play a lot of Ultimate Alliance 3, so it's kind of nice to get a different spin on the Marvel universe. This Hawkeye is badass, and I love that he has a shaved head.
Yeah,
and then I can relate. But man, if they could keep making like these post video game DLCs or whatever with more characters and more villains, like that's just because we're getting just a story game basically.
Right.
So if they just keep doing things like that to keep me more interested, this is a game I think, hopefully, if very well done, I'm gonna probably play this game multiple times for sure.
I think it will be as well. Square Enix, I trust Square Enix, and they're the ones running the show over on this one. So that looks really cool. Is there any characters in particular? Go ahead, Daniel. What's up?
I didn't know Square Enix is actually making it.
Yeah, it's their game. Yeah.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Now Daniel cares. Now Daniel wants. Look at him. Look at that hype building up over there. He's rubbing that chin like a meme. Look at him. He's all freaking hyped over there. Oh man.
He's like, oh, as long as Cloud's in it, I'll buy it.
Cloud will probably be a skin. That'll probably be the Cloud skin.
Titus.
Okay, Cheddar, we're gonna start with you, man. If you could add another Marvel character to this lineup, what's the next DLC you want?
Can I get Goose the cat?
Goose the cat?
I'm just playing. It's the cat.
Howard the Duck.
from Miss Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. What about Daredevil?
Daredevil would be awesome. Yeah, and then you have something to do with his like extra senses would be neat.
I think Punisher. I'm gonna throw one out there. Punisher.
We
need a shooting guy with some guns.
A guy with guns. Yeah.
Well, we don't have anyone in that right now because, and there's no one in the cast right now that's like that. So that'll open up a whole other gameplay.
Yeah.
Just put in Deadpool. Get rid of Punisher.
I'd rather have Deadpool than Punisher myself.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Then you have the healing factor.
What? Yeah. What is Punisher?
I like the Punisher. Fuck you guys.
Daniel, you got any ideas, man? What are you thinking?
My two would be Deadpool and Wolverine.
Wolverine's always good. Yeah, and another vote for Deadpool. Those are both awesome picks. Both healing factors. That's good. Mine's Doctor Doom. I want more Doctor Doom, and I think.
Awesome. God! At least you said that, man. I fucking love Doctor Doom.
Oh, he's fantastic.
I'm reading his comics right now. He needs to be the next villain in the Marvel universe. I think big one.
Yeah, I think he should be the next Thanos.
Yeah. 100%, and more than just 2 movies or 3 movies of Thanos popping up.
Yeah,
that is the next big villain. It needs.
You know what? You're right. Not Thanos. He needs to be the new Loki, where he's the villain on the first one, and then he's kind of a thorn in the side for the rest.
Yeah, I like that. I love
dude. Doctor Doom needs way more rep. He's so awesome. He's really cool.
I'm reading his comics right now, and it's like, okay, he goes and visits hell because he dies, but then he comes back up. What the fuck can you ask more from a villain?
Yeah,
you know, like
he's literally a leader of a nation. Like no other villain is that. He's actually like a president, you know. So it's pretty neat.
I just can't wait until Marvel does something with that franchise.
How many comics? What comic are you in? How far have they made the Doctor Dooms?
Gosh,
I know they're doing the new Fantastic Fours and stuff like that right now, and they're doing Empire, which I need to finish up on or catch up on.
I'll let you know right now.
While he's doing the typing. Quickly, okay, moving on. So we have this new system coming up called the Analogue Pocket. Analogue is a small company that makes these little attachable stuff, little devices. But this Analogue Pocket is going to be, it looks just like a Game Boy Color, but like, better. It's able to play all Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance cartridges. With adapters, it could also play Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, and Atari Lynx, and some more coming up. It plays retro games, but it has a 3.5-inch LCD screen that has a 1600 by 1400 resolution, so that's 10 times more powerful than the Game Boys. And it has Gorilla Glass, so you guys got the smartphones and stuff like that. What do you guys think about a system that can play old school games like this? It kind of feels like it's kind of cheating because it's straight up playing the Game Boys cartridges, but it's a must-own in my opinion. What do you think, Daniel?
Yeah, definitely. I'm super excited to play those old games. When did they say it was?
Pre-orders start this month, actually on the 8th, I think, of this month.
On the 8th of this month?
Yeah, and then it's coming out next year. So.
Ooh, okay.
It's not cheap. It's going to be $200. Yeah.
Still. I can still buy it. Yeah.
Hey, I still got some of my Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
Same.
So, it's funny because after seeing this, I was like, I think I got to go to the GameStop and kind of like snipe them while they're cheap. Get some of these games. I really like the idea of this. It kind of reminds me of like there's this like a Famicom ripoff where you could plug in Sega Genesis games and Super Nintendo games and stuff like that and play those. And it just lets you play some of the retro games that you love. Some of the other things you could do with this thing is you can make music with it. It has a little synthesizer and sequencer on it, and then you could plug that into your PC to actually like make full songs.
But will it last?
Will it last? Yeah, I don't know. That's the good point there.
You know,
Yeah.
they come out with a lot of old
It's not
retro games
anything
that
new.
yeah, coming out with a lot of old retro stuff, like the Nintendo, and while it was big hype in the beginning,
Yeah.
and maybe just me, are they still out? Are they still going? Are they still?
Well, that's a very good point, but I think that's where this one will win out is because it actually plays off the cartridges. It's not necessarily off of like going to the Nintendo store and downloading it.
True.
So I think this might be last longer because of that. But you can actually make your own games for this. It has like a way to make your own games that they offer for free on the website. So we might see some new games. I know when this happens, a lot of people will take games that are beyond its technical possibilities and like make look, there's a Final Fantasy 14 on this thing or something like that. They can do that. And then it'll come with like a pocket dock that you can plug into your TV and play everything on the TV. So it's a good chance to play the old, Pokemons on your TV and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm really excited about this thing. We have full pictures on the website, guys. I emailed Analogue last week and be like, if you guys give us a beta version, we'll do a full standalone episode. So we'll see how that works out. You guys will never know. Is there any Game Boy Advance games or Game Boy games you guys really want to play again that you would be first thing in this thing? Go ahead, Squeaks.
Say it all for all of us right now. Advance Wars.
Advance Wars. The first one. For
I was just about to say that shit.
Yeah.
Frank at Dylan's Beach with Advance Wars.
Dude, I was streaming that.
Showed us that game.
Oh, it's so good. So Advance Wars for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we're past Advance Wars, is there any game out there that you guys would want to play again?
Wario, anything with Wario, like Wario Land. Not the stupid shaky ones where the controllers and stuff, those carnival game ones. I want to play a legit Wario Land game.
The Wario games are really good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're a good platform.
I think Zelda was always a classic. I mean, that's
the old Zeldas,
hard one to beat.
Yeah.
Pokemon Yellow.
Pokemon Yellow. Oh,
Pokemon.
that's so good.
Yeah, Donkey Kong. Those games are fun.
Yeah, that'd be good. The Pokemon Yellow to Nuzlocke, that would be interesting. Where you have Pikachu fall on you and you like cannot let Pikachu die, or you die in the game. That would be good. The old Kirby game's really good for the NES, for the Game Boy. God, there's a SpongeBob game I can't remember that was really good on the Game Boy Advance. And I was like, it's dumb because it's SpongeBob, but it's like really good too. I don't know. Any other games you guys could think of on the top of your head before we move on?
Was it Metroid a pretty big one then?
There was a Metroid for it. I don't know which one it was called though. But yeah,
I don't.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I like the Dragon Ball Z games. Those were fun.
Oh, I didn't know they had Dragon Ball Z games. Oh, you still own them? Ooh, I might have to borrow
Yeah, I
those.
still have them. It's Goku. I think it's called Goku 1 and Goku 2 or something like that. Those are pretty fun. I still own like my Pokemon games too and stuff. So super.
Did you say Harvest Moon?
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
That is a good one. Dang. That's a good choice. Speaking of Metroid, just real quick side thing. Oh my God.
Don't do it to me.
Brie Larson, thank you, has been talking about how she wants to play Samus. What do you guys think about this? Stay
out of it. This is the only game why I want to keep buying a Nintendo for. Stay the fuck out of my Metroid world.
Why don't you like her?
I just think she's dull. She's very not. Captain Marvel, she's very emotionless. Motionless, yeah. Yeah, she to me is not a great actress. Sorry,
I just don't like her in Captain Marvel. I think she's good in other things, but she's bad in Captain Marvel. Yeah. That reminds me of giving a shout out to East Coast Avengers. I was on their podcast this week. They got some JT over there. He's a big Brie Larson fan, and when I was explaining how terrible Brie Larson did, he was not on board. And so, anyway, shout out to East Coast Avengers, guys. Check them out if you guys want to hear more of this beautiful voice you're hearing right now. It's over there. Also, Altered Universe. I'm on his Monday shows a lot, so check out the Altered Universe. But yeah, so that's a pretty good one here. Okay, moving on to the last bit of news before we get into some esports stuff here. We have Tyler Blevins, aka Ninja, wants to expand his past streaming. He wants to get into voice acting, regular acting, cartoons. Do you guys think he's big enough to break into Hollywood?
No, because if you break into Hollywood, you're only going to be known by one group of people, and the gamers that watched you during streaming.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, from what I've seen from your face, I don't think you're gonna hit other audiences.
You don't think he's
So
handsome enough to break into the big roles?
nope, not with that shitty ass blue hairdo. And his fucking teeth. No, I don't.
Oh man, he's swinging hard.
Boy, don't you play Fortnite?
No. Yeah, I do play Fortnite, but I don't
I'm
watch him.
fucking out,
I don't watch
fanboy.
him though. Just because I play Fortnite doesn't mean I have to watch
He's
him.
the
I
mascot.
thought you
I like to think
Yeah.
that Squeaks
Did
is
he beat
alone
you?
in his bedroom, like practicing the dances too.
Yeah.
I have no comment.
No, yeah.
Some of them are hard. Okay, God. I don't know. You're only gonna get the people that know him already. So unless you're that super good, I don't see you being a Leonardo and capturing millions of people's attention.
But that's the trick, though. He can bring millions over. So if a
Yeah, but
movie
the millions
says,
that already watch movies or already
well,
does.
no, I'm just saying, like, okay, so for example, here he has 15 million followers on Instagram, and when he streams, he pulls in about 160,000 concurrent viewers. So if he were to just say, "Hey guys, I'm going to be in the next whatever Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie," they'll go out and watch it because Tyler's in it, because Ninja's in it. You know what I'm saying? So,
But then
it
you have
might
to
be
really
having a minute for
separate.
that.
You have to separate then, like, how many of those people are going to watch Ninja Turtles anyway? Because if you tell me there's a Ninja Turtle movie, I'm going to fucking watch that. I don't care who's in it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or people might hate him so much, like, I'm not going to watch it because of him.
That's closer to where, because it's not like I hate the guy, but I just don't care for him. I want him to
Yeah.
do good because I think it's important for the industry to see a streamer make that leap up. I think that would be really good for the industry. But I really wish it wasn't Tyler. I wish it wasn't Ninja. What do you, Daniel and Anthony? You guys got an opinion on this one?
I think because you stream doesn't mean you can act, so he's got to find somebody to give him a shot. Never hurts to
Like,
try.
maybe
but
maybe
it's a different world.
maybe he might be able to do like voice acting or maybe a cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
just like a cartoon kind of thing.
Oh, straight before now. Okay.
A stunt double.
Fortnite anime?
Yeah, I mean,
Not a bad idea.
but acting, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
No.
Yeah, he's so here's an interesting thing I had when I was researching this. He's already worked with Hollywood before. He's been on The Masked Singer, and he's going to be in Free Guy, which is Ryan Reynolds' upcoming movie, whenever that gets released. We don't know what time is now, but he ended up getting paid by a studio to tell his followers that he really liked 1917, which is the war movie that came out. I think it was last year. It did get a boost bigger than expected, but they can't necessarily say that, oh, that's because of Ninja. So he's already kind of working. So he does kind of have some contacts. It'll be tricky to see. And then there's another thing we talked about before, where Netflix last year said their biggest competitor is Fortnite, not HBO, because Fortnite takes a lot of attention, which also leads into the guys streaming Fortnite, Ninja being the biggest one. So those are all kind of in the air too. Daniel, I'm going to look at you because you're kind of our streamer junkie. Can you think of another streamer that would be good at Hollywood? You know all the guys. What do you think?
Hey, real quick, Daniel, shut the fuck up. Okay, so I play Fortnite. You play Warzone, which he plays more now. So, did you play Warzone? Exactly.
Actually,
Get out of here.
He doesn't actually play Warzone that much. He still goes back on that
No,
Fortnite.
He plays Warzone now.
Game.
Were you
like-
just on
probably watch
Fortnite
it
right before the
videos.
podcast?
Yeah, but Daniel was watching.
We
him
literally
on his
waited for you to
Warzone
finish
skills.
playing your 12-year-old with your 12-year-old kids playing Fortnite over there.
That's 6 kills, okay? Damn it.
6 kills in a game again that my 8-year-old nephew's like
Oh
huge
my
in.
gosh. Well, your 8-year-old nephew is badass at the game then. Okay.
I'd like to
He
see.
probably is, but-
I'd like to see how you do on PUBG. That's the one I would contest as the
God.
best. And I know Daniel's over there with his Warzone. Yeah. So Daniel, do you think there's any other streamers that can break into Hollywood like Ninja might be able to?
Break into Hollywood. No, just watching him on stream, no. Maybe like doing commentary on like video games, like do esports stuff. Definitely, maybe like Dr. Disrespect, because he does his own thing. Like when he dies in a video game and he's with like a bunch of people, he'll commentary on his match and how they're performing and stuff like that. And honestly, it's entertaining. So
Yeah.
maybe that, but Hollywood acting,
No.
I don't
I think
think
it's
so.
all about looks initially from start, right?
Yeah.
If you're a streamer, you're like,
That's the
pretty
best way
fine.
to kind of bridge the gap. If you look like
yeah.
an idiot, then you're not going to bridge the gap between your streaming success into Hollywood success.
Which you
Like
can play
Dr.
an idiot
Disrespect,
role.
like, we're gonna watch that.
That's true. Ninja would be good at an idiot role. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we gotta fix Daniel's streaming mic. It's bugging me. I'm just throwing that out there. Remind me to try to fix that with you, Daniel, after this. All right, we got a couple pieces of esports news. We've been kind of slacking on the esports stuff because it's been all right.
Yeah.
It's not been great. First off, Riot is launching a new TV series in Korea, and you could stream it here in America, so and across the world. But anyways, it's going to be called Next, and it's a reality TV show much like The Voice or American Idol, where they're going to have 100 contestants trying to compete to be the best League of Legends player. And at the final 10, they're going to be so they're going to kind of whittle it down. And then at the final 10, they're going to have multiple tests and challenges and stuff like that to kind of, now you're going home and now you're going home each week. The prize pool for this thing is $40,000 and a chance at actually getting a professional career out of this. I love this idea. I love the idea of esports breaking into the reality TV show thing. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Daniel, you're a big League of Legends man. Do you think you could compete in this? What do you think, man?
No, I can't.
That's a good joke.
Don't doubt yourself, bro. I want to see Daniel on this show, like Big Brother, but you have to play fucking League of Legends challenges every week.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But what
I
kind
want
of
to see
challenge?
Daniel living with 5 other people. Just
kind
in
of
a room.
We don't know yet. We don't know what the challenges will be, but maybe it's like you have to play a random character, or you some other ideas. Let's think.
Yeah.
You have to play with no boots. Oh, that'd be fun. No movement speed increases, and see who can
No
beat.
items or something. Yeah.
I'm garbage at the game, so it wouldn't even.
But like Big Brother.
Right.
Big Brother, they can do like things outside of the game where you get advantages if you win inside the game.
Where if you win the challenge, you do get the boots, and the other guy doesn't.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Oh, just sign all of us.
So it starts August 2nd. So it already started when you guys are hearing this. They're redoing it on Twitch and YouTube, so you can watch it in those 2 platforms there. So the top 10 is when everything really gets hot. Is there a game you guys play that you guys think you can get the top 10% of the other players?
A negative.
Yeah, I'm
with
not
enough
that good
time,
on
I would say,
games.
yeah, World of Warcraft, maybe. If I have enough time and it's just a hunter, maybe. What else?
I would have to
Minecraft?
say Overwatch.
Pong?
I spent a lot of time on that.
Tetris.
Tetris, dude. So we actually had Tyler, the esports coach, on maybe a month ago, whatever like that, and he was talking about how the Tetris esports game is huge. I didn't know about that. And apparently it's like this big thing now. And like the guys who invented Tetris are big behind it. So there you go.
Man, I watched one of them too. And these guys are nuts on how fast they're moving.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
So no, not on that one either.
Not on that one either. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, like Sea of Thieves, I know I play well on those games. Sea of Thieves, Minecraft. I don't know if Minecraft you could really make an esports at it, but I'm down. The top 10%, I don't know. Daniel, what do you think, man? Are you top 10% in Warzone?
No, hell no. I'm trash in Warzone. The only game I think about is back then when FIFA, what year was it? 16, 18, one of those. Like
because it ain't right now, boy. Spank that ass.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got your ass beat last time you were here.
What happened to Madden?
We're not talking about Madden. We said we're talking about FIFA.
Yeah, right? You turned that shit down because you rage quit? Yeah.
It don't matter. You brought up FIFA. So.
2K? I almost beat you.
Almost.
I like that.
Curry.
Yeah,
from
but
Halfport.
He owns the game. That was my first time ever playing 2K.
Started something.
Almost.
Yeah, but you playing as Warriors.
Okay, I'm gonna get all 3 of those games. Don't worry, I'm gonna smack you every. Don't worry.
2021. This is the one we're buying all of them.
Oh man, here we go, guys. Okay, 2021.
Yeah.
We're gonna stream that shit too. That's perfect.
Yeah. What about you, Taff? What game? What about you?
Okay, so I would like to say Sea of Thieves.
You're big into Ark.
Sea of Thieves. Well, Ark, no. I liked, because Ark has changed too much. I liked Ark back when it was all about like the political stuff, and now it's like there's like space stuff in it now. I'm like, that's not great.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Okay.
it gone crazy. But yeah, so
wow.
Sea of Thieves, Minecraft, and maybe World of Warcraft if I have enough time. Like World of Warcraft's definitely the game that I had my highest skill cap in before. Like I was in a guild that was in the top 500 at one moment. So
I mean, at least only if it's not healing, because I've seen you do that before. I'm just
no, not healing. DPS and an emergency tanking, definitely not healing. Yeah, no, I'll agree on that one. I don't know. I don't know any good healers.
Oh.
That's an insult to two of you guys.
Hey, that was my past life. That was my past life.
Oh man. Okay,
I'm gonna fucking make a healer after this.
I would like to see you play World of Warcraft for more than a week, Squeaks. That's the trick.
I get distracted, man.
I know you do. You're like, I'm gonna get a Zandalorian. I'm not gonna quit until I do. And then like 3 days later on, you're like, yeah, so I'm playing some Destiny.
I'm so close.
And then you got Tyrion that played one time, well, like one day, and he already unlocked that shit.
Yeah, he got it in one day.
Disappointing.
The Zandalari.
How do you get in one day?
I added you on Discord. I like at Squeaks. Hey, he did better than you, and you don't ever pay attention when we at you in Discord.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
But yeah, he got it in one day.
How do you what from zero? From no rep?
No. He had some beforehand, but he did all the questing, everything like that. He got it in one day, and he's like, yeah, I'm flying. He actually got flying too. Yeah.
Oh, motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to
gotta be good.
He's just gotta be good. That's the hard part. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Checked out. He's checked out. All right. Last bit of esports news: Overwatch League player Violet, I think that's how you say his name, is suspended and fined from the San Francisco Shock. So he first came under fire July 19th for harassing a player and telling him to kill himself. Do not do that. That is very stupid to do. Do not ever say that. Okay. Now we got that out of the way. Then on July 27th, he started using hate speech and slurs. I'm not going to say them here because it is a bunch of stuff that's you shouldn't be saying. The player he was saying it to screen grabbed it and then tweeted it out. And it is showing that what happened basically is he was on Brigitte, and then he was told by Violet to move over to Mercy. And then he was insulting him by saying, like, you need to go back to Brigitte. He was basically just talking smack and then calling him a ton of names. In a statement from San Francisco Shock, this is on their Discord, from General Manager Chris Chung, he said, today we were made aware of an incident involving Violet's in-game behavior. Violet's actions were not in line with what we expect from our staff and players in or out of game. The organization and Violet would like to extend an apology for the situation. So he won't be there for the Houston Outlaws match coming up. Okay, so what do you guys think on the punishment here? It's weird that San Francisco Shock's the one having to put the punishment out. I kind of feel like it should be on Blizzard's side. I don't think San Francisco Shock should have been put in this situation. What are your thoughts on this Squeaks?
I wonder if San Francisco Shock took charge first because they didn't want it to go that high up, kind of like that chain. So they're like, okay, we're going to nip in the butt before you do. But I feel like as a Blizzard that runs the whole organization, it's kind of like the NFL or whatever, they would put the suspension on as well. But usually in the NFL or whatever, teams will kind of do their own thing as also on top of that. Yeah. My thing overall, though, that San Francisco Shock has a mouth on him, and honestly, if these people get seen in the street, like if it was someone against me, like Super on San Francisco Shock, I'd punch that fool in the face. So, like, that's just me being violent. I know that's sorry, but like they talk so much. We would like to
extend an apology for Squeaks'.
There's no okay, I apologize, but there's so much shit talking coming from San Francisco Shock that I'm not shocked by this shocked. Right. By this because they do so much of it.
Well, there's a difference between trash talking, which, by the way, they're champions. They deserve the right to be able to trash talk.
I get somewhat. That, yeah.
But there's a difference between trash talking and then straight up like calling people words that we don't use anymore, that we shouldn't be able to use anymore. That is obviously above and beyond. And he's sitting there saying it in game where everybody's streaming. It's like, come on, dude, you're really that bad. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's kind of like just a bad mood all around. Daniel, do you think the Blizzard should have stepped in on this first?
I think Blizzard should have only stepped in if Shock didn't do anything about it. Okay. Honestly, because it's their team. They need to pretty much crack the whip on their players, and honestly, their players should be to put on a higher standard. Like you can't be doing hateful speeches, stuff like that. Even though, like in Call of Duty, people say "kill yourself," all these like derogatory terms and stuff like that. It happens, but when you're a professional gamer, you need to just watch what you say. You can't be doing this. Like you could talk your shit, but you can't be doing hateful stuff pretty much.
Yeah.
That's for professional athletes everywhere though. Like you're on a different pedestal now, and whether you like it or not, you signed up for this gig. So that's what comes along with it.
And you can't talk shit if you play like Squeaks. But I think they need to be higher expectations and standards, right? If they want the industry to grow, how are you going to make it grow? Just like NFL or any kind of league, if they do something wrong, they need to be punished. I think Blizzard should have stepped in I think having that kind of communication out there is just going to steer people away from the industry.
So you think?
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Daniel.
Real quick, he said that he won't be there for the Houston Outlaws match.
Yeah.
So does that mean that that's the only punishment? He's not gonna be there for that, or are they gonna do a severe punishment? Because I feel like, how many times did he get banned, or how many times did he do this? I feel like it should be a severe punishment.
Yeah.
Like they need to tackle it more.
With the format of how like Overwatch works, these big tournaments like the one coming up with Houston, that's a big chunk. It's not. It's like in the NFL being banned for like 4 weeks. It's kind of or 3 weeks. It's kind of a bigger chunk than it is necessarily when you think of like getting banned for one game in baseball or something. But I do see like they could have made an example out of him and really put the hammer down and kind of added more time to it.
Yeah.
Financial fines. That's something that we don't see a lot of. I don't think in esports at all, but is normal in physical sports where somebody gets fined $20,000 for something. That might be something they want to look into. That would be hitting pretty hard on these guys.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know. Like I said before, there's a lot of trash talking from Shock, so I'm not shocked about this one.
Not shocked about the shock. Gotcha.
Yes.
It's always trash talking though.
Yeah, I kind of don't blame them for trash talking. Just the way you do it's got to be better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
like
Yeah. Sports is
it,
trash talk.
yeah, it's all wrong. But like playing Call of Duty, you hear all this. Like
Oh, yeah.
I get told kill myself like almost like 5 times a day.
Is it because you're a terrible player? I'm just wondering.
No, actually, I just killed them and they got upset.
Daniel,
Friendly
I
fire.
believe half of that. I believe people get upset, but I don't believe that. Yeah, that's what it is.
Friendly
That's what the
fire.
kills you're getting.
He's like in base throwing grenades at himself.
I want you to actually play a real game. Squeaks. Get off that Fortnite.
It's definitely not Call of Duty, and it's definitely not Death Stranding.
Number 1 game right now. Yeah, actually, you need to beat a game so you could actually.
Hey, I texted you yesterday how far I got at Last of Us.
Oh,
I
yeah.
texted
When
you
did that
yesterday
game
how
come
far
out?
I got.
When did the game
Oh
come
man,
out?
make a more
Okay,
exciting game, and I'd be
okay.
playing it.
At this point, yeah, Death Stranding's kind of old, or Last of Us is kind of old news.
Yeah, it is way old.
Well, it's boring.
All right, so just real quick, we're gonna do full reviews on these. But we're gonna try to keep them real short. So we have a Grounded review. None of you guys have played this one yet, right? Just want to confirm before we go any farther. I'll be real quick with it anyway.
Watched you play.
You watched me play. That's the most important thing. Okay, so Grounded, it's a survival game, much like Ark or Rust. But the idea is that you're Honey, I Shrunk the Kid, and you're just like in a backyard trying to survive. Ants are a big problem. We played for 5 hours testing this during our community night stream. Guys, check that out every Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And so just a quick little rundown of the pros and cons. Pros, it is really colorful. I liked that idea compared to other survival games that they're not very colorful. It's whimsical in a lot of the actions that you're doing. The cons, the snapping is real bad. So like when you're building stuff, things snap to each other so that you can build proper looking structures and make sure that it's sound. Very poorly done. It doesn't work very well. Nothing works real well. It's in early access, but like the storyline, we completed it in under 30 minutes. The scaling of bad guys, like there's a spider that kills you. We had to purposely keep bugging the spider so we can kill it. Otherwise, it was just one-shotting us, and it would stay around to where you died. And so if you died near the spawn point, then you're just gonna die all the time. This game definitely needs a lot of work. It is early access. I would suggest, so let's throw a grade on it right now. This is a soft grade because it's early access. I'd give it a C- is where it's sitting at right now. Not great. It is currently free with the Game Pass. If you're gonna play it anywhere, do it that way on the Game Pass, completely free. Otherwise, it's $30 on Steam. If I had bought this on Steam, I would be returning it right now. So do not play this game until it has some fixes. If you are going to play it free to play on the Game Pass. That's Grounded.
That sucks to hear because I was kind of looking. That's one game I was looking forward to in the last event they did.
Yeah. I was surprised it even came out because it was like out of nowhere. It was like, oh hey, Grounded, that game that we were just talking about, looking forward to, is out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was 5 hours and we basically we definitely beat the game. And at that point we were just building our base up and stuff like that. I'm just like, this is all boring. So hopefully they add more to it. There's definitely like things you could see where they're gonna add. Like there has to be something over there, kind of thing. But yeah, it needs more story or something. Okay, moving on to Umbrella Academy. Have you guys caught any Umbrella Academy yet? Season 2,
Yeah, I'm on the second episode.
second one. What are you thinking so far, man?
I'm not a huge fan of the Umbrella Academy like everybody else is.
Oh wow.
I just think it's okay. I think I don't care about any of the characters. Honestly, they're a group that could just stay dead from the nuclear explosion in the start of season 1, and I'll be okay with it.
Okay, we definitely disagree.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Uh,
Shoot.
Yeah. What about you, Cheddar and Daniel? Have you guys seen Umbrella Academy season 2 yet?
I haven't caught it at all.
No, and Daniel, no. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm about halfway through the season, and I really like it. Actually, I think it's even better than the first season. It's faster. The characters are more interesting, and we're in the '60s, so we have that kind of like that set piece thing going on, the time period stuff. That's a lot better. How would you compare it to season 1, Squeaks? Do you think it's better than season 1 or about the same?
Oh, I like the fact that it's straight continuing and it starts off like, okay, this is the issue and this is what we need
Yeah.
to do right away, and everybody's kind of separate right now. But I like how they all divided themselves within like 1 year later, right?
Yeah.
Those were the dates. So I like how we're just not messing around right now. So like I said, I'm only on to episode 2, so I like how it goes straight to it.
Yeah.
So I like that. I mean, that's the difference. More fast paced right now.
Yeah.
You finish it? No.
I'm about halfway through. No, I was trying to finish it, but then we had the birthday, so it threw me off. But yeah, I think it's quite a bit faster. It's got really good music too, and the cinematography. I trust the writers and the cinematography team behind this project. I think that the story keeps the arc solid, like it's focused, and yet we still have all these side plots that are going on that are rewarding. It's not like I'm just sitting there like, okay, I don't care about this person. That I don't have that feeling for anybody, and that's very rare for me with so many different characters. I'm actually invested in all their outcomes, which is very surprising. But yeah. Okay, then. So just 2 episodes. You're not a big fan. I think I'm like 4 maybe. And I would give it an A right now. But we'll go ahead and give it a grade. Yeah, we'll give it a grade next week. I'm a big fan of the first one though. So that's the thing.
Okay.
Were you a big fan of the first one?
I liked it. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, it's continued hype from the first one, and then you're about middle of the road. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we'll give this a grade next week, guys. I was hoping to finish it and give it a full review this week, but we didn't have time. Okay. Last bit before we sign out, guys. Post Malone. He went to the copyright office and copyrighted a little neat thing. He's starting a beer pong league. It'll be a nationwide beer pong league. It'll have all the gear and stuff like that with teams. And I think this is a pretty cool idea. I think we should sign up for it. What do you guys think? Should we become a beer pong team officially?
I mean, me and Daniel are a fucking duo, so we're champions already.
I was thinking that too. We were freaking dominating, But
Now you guys are cheating.
no, but see, the problem is Miguel had changed the rules on beer pong, so we couldn't pick our partner because we would just dominated every single beer pong tournament every single time.
But if you can have a cornhole tournament, why not have a beer pong tournament?
Yeah.
If I could watch cornhole on ESPN.
On ESPN, shit.
Right.
God dang.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I'm digging this idea, and that's one thing I really like is the fact that there will be set rules. So now we can kind of use those set rules when we're playing beer pong at the houses. So we're like, look, according to Post Malone, this is how it goes.
Is it gonna be sponsored by Bud Light? That's all he drinks.
I hope it's a little better beer than that, but yeah, probably is Bud Light.
Oh, what does he drink? Bud Light?
He only drinks Bud Light. It seems like.
Wow.
Disgusting. He made a Bud Light PC, and that's like I believe he made the Bud Light PC. Did you guys see that?
I didn't, but I mean, I'm looking it up now. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I know he's doing Bud Light commercials and everything.
Dang.
There we go. So you guys heard it here first. We're going to be starting the Geek Freaks Beer Pong team. I think first string's going to have to be Daniel and Squeaks, but then me and Cheddar will be strong seconds. And Jonathan could be our cheerleader, and then maybe he'll come in if we like break a leg playing beer pong or something like that.
I mean, I've seen him play, so like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh man, I hope this does well because it kind of reminds me. Remember when the Dodgeball movie came out, and there's a bunch of dodgeball leagues that came afterwards.
Yeah,
they were fun to watch. It was okay. So we have that. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this week. Make sure to check us out on all the social medias, and head over to audibletrial.com/geekfreaks. We're gonna be reading next either Sandman, the Understanding Comics, or Miss Peregrine's long title that Daniel suggested. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to shorten that up for the votes because it only has like so many characters, but it does sound really good. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. We will see you guys next week. Bye. All right, those watching on the stream, thank you guys for participating, and we'll take a oh boy, yeah, we had some lag there. We'll see you guys later.